Welcome to the Horror Hallucinations. Warning, this channel is dedicated to horror and mystery stories. If you prefer these topics, then you are in the right place. A strange story about the Ouija board. We have heard a lot about the so-called Ouija board, and for those who do not know it, it is a game board with a disc that players move and ask the game some questions, so the disc moves on the letters to indicate the answer, and some believe that Ouija is just a myth or a normal game, and some of those who play it claim that it is actually haunted. This is one of the thousands of stories reported by some about the Ouija board, and it is from the words of a young man living in London in the United Kingdom who had a friend who claimed to be a medium. One day in the late 1990s he went to visit him at his house, and he knew that he used a Ouija board. The young man was very curious to see what he would do with the board, so he asked him to show him what he could do. The young man says, "My friend took out a Ouija board that he had made himself at home from antique mirror wood and wrote on it with black ink. It will move on its own." We sat like this for 15 minutes, during which my friend tried to meditate and go into a trance, but the neighbors were mowing the lawn, and the wife of the man downstairs was screaming, so my friend said he couldn't concentrate and would try again later. Then he leaned the board against the wall to his left, and the mirror was facing the wall. When he sat down, I heard him say, "Come on, Robert, where are you?" And Robert is the cousin of my friend who passed away a while ago. And suddenly I found all the hair in my hands standing up, and I felt that the shape of the entire room had changed. The corners of the entire room had disappeared and the room was no longer square. It was strange. Then the mirror started shaking violently, and I heard the sound of the glass, and I thought the mirror was going to shatter, and the sunlight was reflecting from the mirror to all parts of the room. And I raised my hand to hide my face because I thought it was going to explode in my face. Then it stopped shaking and suddenly its surface became liquid. Then two hands came out of this mercury and I was completely amazed. Then I saw this mercury coming out of the mirror in the form of a semi-body of a powerful man. And I felt that he was looking at me. And at the same time I did not believe and said to myself, "Is this real?" Then suddenly the shape disappeared and the mirror returned as it was again. And the room also returned to I hear the neighbors trimming the weeds around me again. During that experience my friend was unable to move and he was just looking at my face. And after it was over he told me that he sees everything happening in the room inside his mind. Something in the mirror.